All right, let me show you what's been going on here. I got moved into my new house. Last time I did a video, I don't even remember when it was, but I know I wasn't here, and I know I was, it was probably the diplomat video, so that was when I was halfway in transition to my new house and building this. So anyway, it's a mess right now, but so this is the basement. It was all, when I moved in, it was all open. It's a big basement. It was all open. So this was my winter project here. I got, I framed in the walls, wired, hung the doors, everything. What I did not do was do the drywall, and I didn't do the carpet. So I'll give you a little tour there here. There's all my extra stuff. Here's the mess. So let's go out here. And so due to me having this sewage pipe here, it actually juts out further in the corner. I set this wall off, and actually my insulation's kind of falling out, but I'm gonna go ahead and wall this in because I have little ones and I don't want anybody going back there. I don't want the cat getting stuck back there, all the other stuff. But so here's what I did. I didn't do, once again, it's a mess, but it's a playroom for the kids, and this is little Charlie's room here. He's got it all decked out. He's got it all night clubbed up here. But I did, so like I said, this was all open, right? This was, I framed this wall in as well. The support pole comes down on this beam here, and I walled that in, made a little closet. And I did, so this is under the steps, right? So I've got the LED light that's like a motion sensor, battery powered deal. And that's his closet. Hanging these doors, I've never hung doors before. What a pain in the ass that was. I really didn't like that. I would rather reframe this whole basement than hang those doors again. But I did the trim. The trim isn't bad. I'm not gonna hide, you know, my flaws here, but I do have the caulking to go in there. The white caulking that you, I don't know, silicone or whatever you put in there to kind of hide that a little bit. Cheater, I guess. And then, of course, I added this wall and switches and this door. And then I made another little room back here. There's Maggie's 55 Chevy there, and all that. So this is my house. This is the house that I always wanted. This is the house that I'm gonna die in because we wanted something we were gonna have for the rest of our lives. Let me show you my project now. All right, here's the Plymouth. No room still to work on that. Got my compressor in the back. The garage is not wired for the compressor and welder and all that. This was my little tiny project I had to keep sane last year when I was living at the in-laws. I bought it cheap. It wasn't running, got it running fairly easily. And it's been kind of a workhorse for me, but it's worked out really well. These golf carts are expensive if you try and buy one of these new or even used. Ones that are 10 years old are still a lot of money. So I lucked out with that. The charger, that was cheap, and it had a lifter noise going on. It wiped out, you know, the Hemi tick. One of the lifters was, the rollers was locked up, wiped out the cam, and I got it cheap and pulled the old cam out, lifters out. Got the kit. I think the kit was like $700, but it came with the lifters, cam, stock cam, non-MDS. I eliminated the MDS, the multi-displacement system, so it doesn't shut down cylinders and all that goofy shit. And then, you know, the head gaskets, all that stuff. Put it back together, it runs great. So, got some underground wire, 130 feet. That's where the garage is going. Let's stand back here. Let me give you an overall here. So this is why I moved. I own up till, let's see, property line would probably be about right here. So I own across, right about there. I should say I'm 25 feet behind that barn. This post right here, that's my other stake right there. My neighbor back there's got cow, 2 goats, had chickens, but something got to them. But I'm gonna have the new barn slash garage here, having the Amish put it up. Once again, they can do it fairly cheap. And what's really gonna cost me is the concrete, but I'm doing everything else myself. I rented the Bobcat and dug that out, or at least tried to. I just sunk it, basically. I mean, I got 2 hours worth of work out of an 8 hours fee for the Bobcat. But 16 tons of gravel I had brought in and smooth it out. And then I left a little bit there for when they put the building up. I've got something to work with in case I've got some low spots and whatnot, but trenched that by hand. After the ordeal with the Bobcat, I didn't want to spend money on a ditch witch, so I trenched it by hand, which actually wasn't too terrible. I still have about 10 or 15 feet to go, but really it wasn't bad at all. And that's gonna be 18 inches down. So that is where we are at. So plan is, once the new garage is in, I'm gonna have, it's gonna have 2 doors. It's gonna have a 10 by 10 door here and a 14 by 10 door over here. This is gonna have eventually, and I've got scissor trusses, 12-foot ceilings, scissor trusses here, and then just regular trusses over here. So the plan is, this side's gonna have a 2-post lift, and then the side with the lower ceiling or the regular trusses across, I'm gonna go ahead and box that in and bodywork and paint on that side. And then we gotta get this done. I wanna drive this, I wanna enjoy it. I'm sick of seeing it sit here. I put a lot of work into it, but it's got a lot more to go. Engine, that's gonna be gone. That's the Poly 318, that's gonna be gone. Still up in the air about what I'm gonna do with as far as the powertrain goes. The engine that I was looking at was gonna be given to me for free as a 400 Chrysler, Plymouth 400. And now I might be leaning towards a Gen 3 Hemi, because after working on that, I realized they're pretty easy to work on and I like how it runs. And it would just be something that I could rely on. I want something reliable. I want to drive this. I want to drive it to Tennessee. I want to drive it to wherever and enjoy it. So I don't know, but the big block sound and the carburation and old school stuff would be cool too. So, and you can't put dual quads. Well, you know what? I might be able to figure out dual quads for a Gen 3 Hemi, but I probably won't do that. So that's it. I just want to do an update video. I wanted to, this winter, this past year it sucked. It sucked for everybody. So I need to get back out and start doing this again just to keep my sanity. I'm hoping everybody else will start making some videos too. And we'll get through this next year. This next year will be a lot better, hopefully. So you guys take it easy. And once I'll make a video probably, we'll see what happens. I want to have some content for you guys rather than me sit here and talk. But I'd like to have a video up for you guys on when the building's going up at least. And then I want to get a new camera for making these. There's some fairly cheap alternatives on Amazon for good cameras to make YouTube videos on. I don't want to just use my smartphone. So, all right, that's it, guys. You guys take it easy, and it's good talking to you.